quiet quitting. Quiet quitting is getting all this press right now, but is quiet quitting real or fake?
The data shows that half of American workers are quietly quitting.
Wow.
But it's not what you think.
Yetis, while you were home over Labor Day, we know what the number one question concerned parents were asking you.
Son, are you quietly quitting?
It's not drugs, not drinking, but if you're quietly quitting, you can tell your mother and I.
This is a safe space.
Yetis, quiet quitting is getting more press these days than Harry Styles spitting on that other actor.
The New York Times wrote about it. Wall Street Journal, Axios.
Google searches, we jumped in T-Boy style. The term quiet quitting is getting searched for 100 times more than it was last month.
Videos are going viral on TikTok of people who are quietly
We
quitting.
know what you're thinking. What is the dictionary Webster definition of quiet quitting? Jack, can you whip it up for us?
It's not when employees quit.
No.
It's when employees don't quit, but don't excel either.
Quiet quitting is the art of doing the bare minimum. All you care about is just getting that paycheck.
You show up from 9 to 5, but you never go the extra mile because you just don't care about your job.
Taking 4 coffee breaks and at 3 p.m. you're getting your nails done.
You do just enough to not get fired,
Right.
but you're not trying to be the employee of the month either.
You're not going to get that plaque. And you know what? Hey, it's cool.
You're settling. You're not doing much. It's just a job.
But here's the news. According to a major Gallup poll, half of American workers are not engaged with their current job.
Gallup asked 15,000 U.S. workers, and half are quietly quitting.
Now, we should sprinkle on some context here because this is going to make that all the more shocking.
The same poll showed that 2 years ago in 2020, worker engagement was higher than ever.
That was back in the era of like startup culture, girl boss, more caffeine, Adam Newman, massa, hustle harder.
But now half of workers are not engaged, which is kind of the definition of quietly quitting.
Now, besties, we know what you're thinking. There's an elephant in the room.
This has got to be a work from home thing, right?
Yeah, the elephant in the room is honestly the work from home thing.
Yeah, we're currently in a confusing mix of work from home, return to work sometimes, a mix of both, like out of office Mondays, video conferences with VP Carl on Tuesdays.
Yeah, the lack of clarity and being told what to do, it is probably part of the cause of this disengagement, quiet quitting.
It probably is. But Gallup is simply blaming the managers.
Yeah, they are. They're saying too many bosses are failing to inspire, failing to motivate employees, whether it's on Zoom or in the office.
Middle manager Mark needs to work on his pep talks
Yes.
and celebrate the wins among the team more.
But Yetis, Jack and I were looking at this story and we thought, you know what? Something about this concept isn't sitting right. All the attention quiet quitting is getting, we were concerned. So Jack, what's the takeaway for our buddies who are probably quiet quitting?
Quiet quitting isn't a new thing. It's just a new term to describe an old thing.
Okay, besties, Jack and I jumped in T-Boy style to that same Gallup data, and we looked at the number of engaged workers.
Yes, there has been a huge drop in the number of engaged workers in the past couple years, but we're actually back to the same level we were at in 2015.
Okay, so we've seen a sudden surge in disengagement, but it's just back to where we were 7 years ago.
So don't blame millennials and Gen Z. Workers are quietly quitting just like they've always quietly quit.
In fact, get this. Back in 2008, when Jack and I were in college, 75% of workers were disengaged.
That is way more disengagement, way more quiet quitting than we have right now.
And in the past, back then, quiet quitting was just called something else.
It was called coasting.
It was just coasting.
It was called slacking on the job.
Over in China, they even have a different term for it. They call it lying flat.
Quiet quitting isn't a new thing. It's just a new term for something that's always existed.
So Yetis, if your boss freaks out about quiet quitting and blames Gen Z and millennials, just say this.
There were way more coasters 10 years ago than there are quiet quitters today.
And then quit.
Thanks for T-boying with us. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel for Pop Biz every day.